DUCOR debates. DUCOR debates.
This is an LMDI production.
DUCOR debates. DUCOR debates.
This is an LMDI production.
DUCOR debates. DUCOR debates.
This is an LMDI production.
DUCOR debates.
This is an LMDI production.
All right, DUCOR debates across Liberia is beginning today at Foya in the Horn of Lofa, the north of Liberia. Thank you. All right, DUCOR debates beginning today at Foya. Debate number 2. Debate 1 was at Vuanjama, the capital of Lofa. Today, we call in candidates that will arrive. Today, we call and will get into this debate hall Tamalamin, candidate for Senate 2022, Lofa by-election. Momo Tanu Saros. Momo Tanu Saros will arrive today. Momo Saros is arriving to speak with you. Momo Tanu Saros, thank you. Thank you, Momo, for arriving on DUCOR debates. Debate number 2, Foya. Next, today, we call and will get alphabetically pursued name candidate for Senate, Mariamu Bian Fofana. Mariamu Bian Fofana is arriving. Mariamu Bian Fofana. Mariamu Bian Fofana has arrived to speak with Foya. Thank you. Today, DUCOR debates called and should get into this hall at Foya. Candidate for Senate, Joseph Pato Jala. Candidate for Senate, Joseph Pato Jala is absent as yet. Next, we call and should get today. Candidate for Senate, Galakwai W. Kotimai. Galakwai W. Kotimai should be here today. Galakwai W. Kotimai is yet absent. Next, we call today and should get here candidate for Senate, Sumo G. Kupi. Sumo G. Kupi, candidate for Senate, is still absent. Last but not the least, alphabetically, we call today and Sugar George Bian Summer. George Summer is absent as yet, may arrive. Ladies and gentlemen, with all our candidates, at least 2 present as yet, may we rise together, stand up please, and sing Liberia's national anthem. Thank you. On DUCOR debates. Liberia, yeah. Thank you very much, Foya. Have your seats today on DUCOR debates. And as we said, we and our partners are glad to be here today. We are funded by the United States Agency for International Development, USAID through INTERNEWS-Liberia Media Activity. We and these people work together to bring you these debates across Liberia. Our mission is to make debate a part of our democratic culture. And so we want to thank you for coming. It's indeed a great, great day. And so we want to get God in our midst. Bend your head, do it the way you know, pray to the God you know. Thank you for a minute. DUCOR debates. Amen. And the Muslims will say Amina at least. So we want to thank you. Let's get a welcome remark from our mayor. Mayor, please. Let's get a welcome remark from you. Thank you, our mayor of Foya City, deep in the horn of the north of Liberia. You're not running, you're waving like that. DUCOR debates.
In Jesus' name, may God bless each and everyone here this morning. And I will say, you people are most heartily welcome to our honorable men and women. You are most heartily welcome. Do no harm to anyone. Just do the right thing that you are to do. We are here to know who is the rightful candidate for us. Shine your eyes, open your mind, and do your best selection. You will hear from them, but you know what to do in Jesus' name. You are most heartily welcome. Colleague, honorable, let me call you honorable too. You are most heartily welcome with your delegates too. Free, Foya is a place to be. It is your home. Relax in Jesus' name.
Thank you. Now we can do all but wrong. For if we do wrong, the law will take on us. So like we said today, we invited all our candidates in the race. As far as we are concerned, we haven't got the required excuse from all of them, except one who is not here. So we call Momo Saros, who is gratefully here, And Momo is number one on the list because his last name is C. So it's not because we love him. No. All the people I know, that in fact 2 of them were my classmates and something. All of them. So I don't even know who to vote for if I was voting here. So that's it. We were all me and Mariam work for Radio Vonjema ELRV. Momo, we all were in Vonjema in the school passing around, so nobody's strange here. Kuti man and my man. I was down the road when Big Brother Samuka stopped. I was in one cool bullshit, he jumped down to come see me. So everybody friend, not so? So we call also Mariam when she's here. Joseph Patojala tells me he's minutes away from here. So he could join us anytime. So Ngalakwa Kotimai tells me that he will be in Zozo, not here. And his reason, he's expecting his big political leaders. So we don't have a choice but to accept his excuse. Sumoji Kupi, in fact, he was the first we gave all the documents to. He promised to be here at Vonjema. He never came. We don't know whether he will come. I haven't got him yet. Joyce Sama told us that he would try to come. He was on his way out of country and would try to attend. That's about all of them. So today, we are glad to be joined by these people. So we want to bring you the moderators of the day. There are people leading this debate, people who will make things happen here. So we want to call on one of the people, one of us, Adam Tugba, to come and bring to us our team of moderators today. Thank you. Adam? Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay, like John said, in order to have the debate rolling out smoothly today, you need a team of moderators that will coordinate activities. So kindly permit me to read the biographies of our moderators for today. First on the moderating team today is Bongafali Tamba. Bongafali Tamba is a broadcast journalist, a social worker, and trauma healing counselor with many years of affiliate working experience in peace building and trauma healing. Bongafali Tamba holds a Bachelor of Arts degree in Mass Communication and Theology from the Hebrew University of Jerusalem in the Holy Land of Israel, with a particular interest in human psychology. Bongafali Tamba is an accomplished field worker with a huge niche in community mobilization. Tamba has worked for many institutions in Liberia, including the Lutheran Church and World Service Trauma Healing Department. Tamba practically specializes in peace building and trauma counseling. Bongafali Tamba most recently worked for the National Elections Commission as a senior elections monitor in the 2017 elections. At the moment, Bongafali Tamba is program director of the Liberia Media for Democratic Initiatives, LMDR. Hence his selection as a facilitator and moderator of LMDR's debates and public forums. Ladies and gentlemen, Bongafali Tamba, one of our moderators for today. Also on the team of moderators today in Foya City, Lofa County, we have Limu J. White. Limu White is an astute media practitioner and social worker with several years of working experience in Liberia. Limu is a senior student of the University of Liberia, reading public administration and management as major and minor fields of studies, respectively. She has diplomas in journalism and theology, with certificates in leadership and computer science. Limu White is currently an intern or a volunteer with the Liberia Media for Democratic Initiatives, LMDR. Ladies and gentlemen, Limu J. White. Please stand, one of our moderators for today. Thank you very much. On the team of moderator, we also have D. Adam Toba. D. Adam Toba is a teacher and journalist with more than 15 years of working experience in Liberia. Adam holds a Bachelor of Arts degree in Mass Communication from the University of Liberia with emphasis in linguistics. He studied English, French, and political science and has certificates in education and journalism. Adam has worked for many media and academic institutions in Liberia, including the University of Liberia and the Salvation Army School System in Liberia. He teaches journalism with specialty in broadcast content gathering and production and state-of-the-art computerized software editing at the Peter Kokwe School of Journalism in Congo Town, Liberia. D. Adam Toba is Deputy Director of the Liberia Media for Democratic Initiatives, LMDR, and also works to coordinate and supervise LMDR Annual National Academic Challenge Competition or the National General Knowledge Quizzing Competitions for all levels of secondary education in Liberia. Ladies and gentlemen, your humble moderator, D. Adam Toba. Finally, on the team of moderators today in Foya City is our lead facilitator of LMDR public forums and lead moderator of LMDR debates on our people-to-people platform, DUCOR Debates, John O. Colley. John O. Colley is founder and director responsible for the day-to-day management of the Liberia Media for Democratic Initiatives, LMDR. John Colley is a journalist, community social worker, and a human rights activist with more than 20 years of experience working in Liberia and around the world. John Colley is currently engaged in a human rights struggle with the Liberian government in a bid to restore the dignity of tens of thousands of Liberians whose more than 3,000 homes were destroyed by the Liberian government under former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, and the people forcefully evicted and wantonly displaced with no settlement at the federal campus of the university in the dispute over the land on which the UL federal campus is. He has received awards for his journalism and has stood practice of the profession from the Press Union of Liberia, PUL, and was awarded the prestigious National Endowment for Democracy, or NED, Fellowship at the International Forum for Democratic Studies in Washington, D.C. in 2006. John has worked for Radio France International, or RFR, as one of its senior English correspondents in West Africa. He worked for the BBC World Service Trust as head of a team of 8 reporters from West Africa covering the trial of former Liberian President Charles Taylor before the UN-backed Special Court for Sierra Leone, which sat at the International Criminal Court in The Hague. John has worked for the Washington-based Search for Common Ground, supervising the media activities of the organization's multimedia Liberian project called the Talking Drum Studio, based in Monrovia. John O. Colley holds a Master's of Arts degree in Development Communication and a Bachelor's degree in Management and Communication with many certificates in journalism and media in peace building from institutions in West Africa and around the world. John Colley is a known, consummate, and prolific lead facilitator and moderator of public forums and debates on 2 of his organization's known people-to-people platforms, The Dialogue and DUCOR Debates. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor to present to you our lead moderator today of the Lofa County By-Elections Debate 2022. None other but John O. Colley. Thank you very much.
DUCOR debates. Thank you. All right, it looks like we may be joined by our third candidate. I hear a bit of noise out there. All right, so thank you. Today, we are happy to be at Foya, and we are glad to join you. Is that our candidate? Okay, good. You are late, but you can wave to the people. Thank you, candidate Joseph Jala. Joseph Kwato Jala, indeed, for coming. Thank you very much for joining us. And you may meet on the podium your sister and brother, Maria Mufafana, right there. All right, so thank you for coming, Council. We appreciate your arrival. However, late, better late than never. So like we said, today there are golden rules to the game. Things we can and cannot do here at Foya. And so Bonga Falitamba, our other moderator, will bring you those rules so we live by them. Thank you, Tamba. DUCOR debates.
Thank you, Colley. Good morning, Foya. Good morning. So, ladies and gentlemen, rule number 1, all phones on silence. If you have your phone here, please put it on silence or you pull it off. Because honestly, we do not want for your phone to disrupt this great debate. Rule number 2, clapping. No clapping during the debate unless allowed or requested by the moderator. Just in case, ladies and gentlemen, you are moved by what your candidate will be saying, all you have to do for us is get in the Caesar move. Put your hands high above your head, just like that, okay? Rule number 4, unrecognized questions. Unrecognized questions are prohibited during this debate. Look, before you say something here, when that time reaches, you should please put your hands up. You will be recognized, and of course, you will be allowed to ask questions. Rule number 5, concision in presentation. Give concise answer to questions and stick to the issues. Aspirants or candidates are required to give concise answers during this debate. Rule number 6, the timeline for speeches. Aspirants or candidates are required to observe the projected timeline for speeches during this debate. The timeline for this debate are electronically projected with an end indicated by appropriate alarm bell or ring sound.
DUCOR debates. DUCOR debates.
This is an LMDI production.
Ladies and gentlemen, on this timeline, it's very serious. It's a dedicated area. So the lead moderator will come up here and drill you a little bit, okay, about this timeline, because there where this timeline will be controlled by. So somebody can say, I'm cheated, or you talk more than me. So rule number 7, personal attacks. Personal attacks are undesired at all DUCOR debate sections. You don't attack people here personally. Let us discuss the issues, okay? The issues are what we are aiming at here. Issues, not personal. So rule number 8, profanity and hate speech. No. The causing business, the bar muffin people, it got to stop. Last but not the least, alcohol is the biggest one, absolutely. No alcoholic beverages are allowed at all DUCOR debates sections. Ladies and gentlemen, please obey these rules so that we all can enjoy this debate. Thank you very much for listening.
DUCOR debates. So indeed, a world without law It's a doomed word. And so today, we want to go straight into the order of the debate. Now, there are issues that we found out, talking to you, talking to leaders, talking to observers. They are like topical issues, but we call them trending issues, issues that affect Lofa. Mrs. Limo White will bring you those trending issues so you can listen to them and then begin to reflect soberly so you can act. Thank you.
DUCOR debates.
This is an LMDI production.
Thank you, sir, and good afternoon to everyone. We are going to be reading issues affecting Lofa County. Number 1, legislative knowledge. What does a candidate know about the legislature? Its core functions vis-a-vis the troublesome welfare of constituents. Number 2, keeping the peace after the election. The need for unity amidst alleged disunity arising from the long and bitter struggle over the Brownie Samuka legal debacle and attaining denial. 3, the lack or absence of banks in Lofa County for financial and economic activities. 4, the legislative passage and awards of contracts, concessions and mineral development agreements amidst improper scrutiny of such contracts, concessions and awards with consequential failure to monitor and ensure the agreed benefits for operational areas and affected communities and people. 5, Lofa's main highway from the rest of the country through Bond County to Manikama in Foya, its reconditioning and potential pavement. 6, Lofa's alleged bypass by the West African Power Pool WAP vis-a-vis the lightening up electrification of the county and thought out plan by the candidates. The last but not the least, is Lofa still Liberia's bread basket? If yes, why? If no, why not? And can anything be done to reverse or shift the paradigm? If no?
All right, so it's a debate for us, for all of us. Is Lofa still the bread basket? I'm sure contentiously there are disagreements here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, DUCOR debates is taking a break today at Foya, and debate number 2, Lofa County Senatorial by-election indeed.
DUCOR debates. DUCOR debates.
This is an LMDI production.
Good news, good news, good news. My people, this is good news for all farmers in the country, especially those making rice farm, palm farm, pepper and bitter ball farm, cucumber, pineapple, and plenty other garden food. A new government group they call Star P is in the country to help all the farmers to make their farming work easy and better. And we can spell Star P this way: STAR-P. The S stands for smallholder agriculture. The T is for transformation. The A is for agribusiness, the R is for revitalization, and the P is for project. Now listen to the meaning of star P. The smallholder agriculture means small farms that are bigger than a garden. The transformation means changing the way you make your farms to make it better. The agribusiness means making farm not only for eating, my people, but to sell more so that you can get more money to help the family. Revitalization means to make farming and selling business new again. The project is everything that we are talking about, put all into one. That is what they call the project. So this whole Star P group or idea we are talking about here is getting their support from the World Bank and IFA, or International Fund for Agricultural Development, for the Liberian government through the Ministry of Agriculture, MOA, and this program is done for the Ministry of Agriculture and Star P by the LMDI with support from the World Bank and IFA, and I am your Ziman Pape. Thank you very much.
DUCOR debates. DUCOR debates.
This is an LMDI production.
We are back today, funded by the United States Agency for International Development, to try and make debate a culture of this country, of this country's democracy. And we're running around here working with them. They walk through the INTERNEWS and a project they run called Liberia Media Activity. They sent today two people, Armstrong B. and Mrs. Tawan Sulonta Brown. Mrs. Brown has the team to hear on their behalf, and so she will give you a small background as to their support to what we're doing now and in the future, before and all. Thank you. Mrs. Brown.
DUCOR debates.
This is an LMDI production.
Thank you, John. And hello to everyone. Hello to the candidates. So like John said, we work for INTERNEWS. And INTERNEWS is implementing a 5-year media development project. We are working with 30 community radio stations. We are also working right in Foya here with Tamatiko. So we are proud to work along with LMDI to bring you closer to your government, to bring you closer to your leaders. Under normal circumstances, to meet people who are in power is somehow difficult. So INTERNEWS has designed such a forum where you can be able to sit with your leaders and listen to them, because that's what democracy is all about. And the American government believes in democracy because it is your right to be heard. It is your right to get information. It is your right to vote for whoever you want to vote for. And this meeting today is no different. So that's the reason why you see the contestants in the by-elections are here today, so that you'll be able to listen to the platform. Because elections is all about what your leaders will do for you. So with the support of the United States government, we are here today for you to listen to them and make a wise decision as you get to the ballot box, so that you vote for your future. So once again, I bring you greetings on behalf of the Chief of Party of INTERNEWS, Ms. Lynn Batch. She would have loved to be here, but because of other emergencies, she's not here. Our senior advisor, Jefferson Massa, is also not here. So we are here to provide all the support that you need. And we thank you for coming, and we hope that this will be a very, very cordial interaction with the contestants. Once again, I also like to say thank you to the candidates for showing up. And also to those ones that haven't come yet, we are hoping that they will join us before we leave from here today. So thank you again.
All right, so thank you, Mrs. Brown. And now the debate is setting in outright. Today, like Tamba had briefed you, we want to detail you on the real rule of the day so that nobody feels cheated. As politics is a very complicated game, we have ensured that we are computerized in terms of our guidelines. So that board is our controller. Each speaker, each candidate will be allowed at most 5 minutes to introduce yourself and to say something about your vision, your platform, what you want to do when you become leader, or even before you become leader, what are you doing? And we will clock in the time like that. For example, since George Sama is not here, we're going to do George for 5 seconds, and George will be called to the podium and we will ask George, so George, are you ready to speak? And before that, George can wave and say something before we time him so he can't feel cheated. When George is finished, we will ask him whether he's ready. Once he says he's ready, then we'll say, okay, George, you can go now. Your time is rolling. At the end of that, there's a sound. He should leave.
DUCOR the best. DUCOR the best.
Simple as that. If George refuses to leave, we will blast the hall. And nobody will hear George. He will only be talking to himself. Then we'll also have the control. We'll cut the microphones off. And he will be Bobo right there. Who will hear him in the noisy hall? So that's that. So, having said that, we will move into business. And this business is going alphabetically by surname, last name. That's what the neck that controls what we do, sort of, because they give us the guiding rules to go by. They have written the names in order of alphabet by the last name, and we got to go by that. So you see the pictures on the board are all in order of the alphabet. Cyrus is number 1 because he's C. Like I said, not because that's my man. No. He is C by last name. So Cyrus, please take the podium. Cyrus and all others on that podium will have 5 minutes each to speak. So right on that board, we are changing for Cyrus for 5 minutes. And to say we have a batch of media institutions across the country bringing us live, including our own. We have Tamba DUCOR at Foya. We have Makona Radio at Foya. We have Diampila at Foya. Voice of Lofa relaying us through one of them on Facebook. We have Dengola at Vonjama. We have Radio Live at Zozo relaying us. We have Fortune TV from Monrovia, Liberia. We have been relayed on Liberia Public Radio in the United States. On and on. So you are all over the world. That's why you should come. And now your money paying for their one. Come. People do good for you. Appreciate that. Come to the forum and get heard. That's what is important. So thank you, partners, for joining us, all the radios. And Foya is listening here and all around today. So, are you ready, my brother? Let us know. What are you ready?
Very ready.
Very, very ready indeed. So, we're going to put Cyrus on the board now because he's the speaker. So, Cyrus, your time is rolling from 5 minutes to 0. Thank you.
Good afternoon, all. Thanks for coming. My name is Momo Tani Kodi Cyrus. I'm a family man. My wife sits right there on my left. I hold a master's degree in international relations. I'm scheduled to get my second master's in criminal justice in the next 3 months. I'm a lecturer at the Foreign Service Institute. I am a security expert. I was working in the security field for over 38 years. I am the CEO and general manager for the group of Sarah's company. Seagull Security, we have got over 3,500 security personnel. We also have the secure car rental and the Frontier newspaper. I am in this race to ensure that Lofa can be united again and that Lofa can regain her status as Liberia's breadbasket. I want the people of Lofa to see me as a unifier and somebody that will bring peace and talk across to all sides of the divide. Thank you.
Thank you for saving so much time. He spoke for 3 minutes and 15 seconds. That's really good for us. Momo is a businessman. He owns a security firm called Seagull, he says, and I think a car rental company. Momo comes to this business with a determination to restore Lofa's nomenclature as the breadbasket of Liberia. He is coming to be a unifier. And there's an allegation, there is a thought in this county that Lofa is not united, and probably rightly so. And so he wants to come and work with you. That's what the man says he will be. If you believe him, you trust what he says, June the 20th. Thank you, Cyrus. Next, alphabetically, Mariamo Bian Fofana wants to be our leader, senator, to replace Brownie Samokai, who should have taken seat, but for legality, the Constitution said no, you can't. So, Mrs. Fofana is going to be speaking with us. Set her up good. Can you see her? Huh? Some people, that's it. Live, you can't, everybody can't get it. That live there, oh. Everybody, no, the people will not sit down. They sit down, the world will not see them. So they got right to stand up too. So, no, speak to the people and speak to them. Y'all don't be mean to the woman. Y'all wave, man. I'm waving to y'all. All right. Thank you very much. If you're ready, let me know, Mrs. Fofana there. Let me clock in your time real quick. So we start at your 5 minutes. Yeah, we got it. So if you're ready, let us know.
I am.
All right, she is. Then your time is rolling from 5 minutes to 0. Thank you.
DUCOR debates.
This is an LMDI production.
Hello, Foya. I am very honored and humbled to be among you here today. My name is Mariam Bian Fofana. I'm the current representative of District Number 4, Lofa County. I come to you this afternoon to plead with you to give me the opportunity to represent you at the level of the Senate, so that when decisions are being made on your behalf, women's perspective can be reflected. And I come here today in Foya to tell you that I have nearly 12 years of legislative experience. I have performed in my district, and I believe what we have achieved in District Number 4 in terms of peace, unity, and development, we can take that and bring it here to Foya in District Number 1 and the rest of Lofa County. And the perception that they have about Lofa County that we are not united, we can change that narrative. Lofa County is united because it's only through unity we can elect a senator. No one person try, irrespective of your religion or gender, can produce a senator. It takes unity. And that unity is what I come to ask for. Foya is one of the populous cities in Lofa County. But another statistic that showed is that Foya is a very young population. And so I am urging the young people, as you saw me and my worthy opponents, we hug each other, we embrace each other. We want you to do the same thing as our supporters, as our partisans, to make sure that June 28th is peaceful, it's free, it's fair, so that nobody can cheat, nobody go hijack the ballot box, so that they can carry it to court. We want this to be resolved as Lofa based on our tradition and our culture. And as the grand uncle of Lofa County, we expect, if there's no peace anywhere in Lofa County, we expect our uncles to give all that peace, unity, so that we can develop our country together. Please give women voices a chance. Mayamu Fofana will represent you, your wife, and your children. That's what this is about. Thank you very much. I look forward to a respectful, fruitful discussion here this afternoon.
Mayamu Fofana, very succinct, to the point. She comes very happy to meet, she says, her uncles and aunts in Foya. She's current representative for District, is that 4? District 4. She wants to represent you at the Senate. She got 12 years of legislative experience. She will have 12 years at 2023. And she would like to take her experience from the rep to the Senate. She wants you to give her the opportunity. And she comes with her experience in peace, unity, and development from District 4, and would like to take over to change the narrative, shift the paradigm that Lofa is not united. The woman wants to be able to work to unify Lofa, and she asks for your support so that people in the Uncle Land, young people, can begin to embrace each other, just as she embraced her colleague Sarah's on the podium. And so, my uncles, here I am. Give me a chance as a woman to lead and to defend and protect you, your wives, and children. Here I am, your niece, Mariamu Bian Fofana. Thank you very much. Next, Councillor Joseph Jalak Bato. Thank you for coming, sir. He's proceeding. May the councillor test that mic so we can hear him, please. Test it. Say something,
hello,
sir.
Hello.
Can you hear him, please?
Good.
Please answer us. Can you hear him?
Hello.
Y'all don't want to speak? Hello.
Hello.
What happened, man? Council, say it again.
Hello. It's good to be here today.
Okay.
In a particular hall is about.
Don't worry, he's just saying something. We'll start him. Yes.
It's good to be here today. In this hall, it's close to 2 years since we left.
Thank you. So you ready?
Yeah, so.
Let me set your time. Wait for me. I'm the chief. Let me set your time, sir. All right.
Yes.
So let me know when you're ready so you can.
I'm ready.
Good. Council, if you're ready, Joseph Patojala, candidate for Senate, your time is rolling right now, starting. Thank you.
DUCOR debates.
This is an LMDI production.
By way of emphasis and being repetitious, my name is Councillor Joseph Kolako Bato Jala. I come from Lower Lofa, the only son from Lower Lofa in this race at this time. I have come to say that if I'm elected, the question of unity or reconciliation in Lofa will not just be by lip service. We have 6 tribes in Lofa. My job will make sure wherever we allot to one of the tribes, the other 5 tribes will have the opportunity in the cycle. Also, religious tolerance, Muslims will recognize Christians, and Christians will respect Muslims. And those who are not in any of those religions, like our traditional believers, will have their free share of the cake. I have a man of vast education. I have a degree in political science and economics. I also have a law degree, and I worked my graduate law degree when I was in America, and I came back home. I have lived and worked in America like Liberia. I have more than 10, 15 years of experience in government. I began as a teaching assistant and research officer at the University of Liberia. I continued to the Bureau of Immigration as Chief of Protective and Internal Security. I also continue as the first founder and first director, Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency. The guy you see with that uniform, it was through my work with the government, we were able to start the DEA. I know how to work with the government. I'm a vet. I know how to persuade government. Whether you have my government or not, I know how to persuade government. So I will work with the government to ensure that Lofa people get their fair chance of development activities, including road connectivity, including education, including health, and so on. And I want to assure you that if you give this seat to Lower Lofa, through Councillor Jala, we will join our colleague in Upper Lofa to make sure that the county operates in a wholesome, functioning way. Therefore, I will take the chance to wait for specific questions. But you have a man with experience. I've already graduated in administration, in government, and so the experience is there. I participated in passing several laws, even though I have not gone into the legislature. As a Deputy Minister of Justice, okay, I forgot to say that I serve as Assistant Minister and Special Assistant to the Minister of Justice. I also serve as Deputy Minister of Justice and Deputy Attorney General of Liberia. From 2005 to 2009, I served as Deputy Attorney General of this country. So I have passed several laws. I stop.
All right. Thank you very much. Saving actually 1 minute and some seconds here. Now, Bato Jala, I come from Lower Lofa. I'm the only son from Lower Lofa in this race. And I come to Lower Lofa to ask for your support. And I come to provide service for the people in this county. I come with vast education. He cataloged a lot. He talked about his education, places of work in government. He talked about his work in the United States. He talked about his work in the Immigration Service of Liberia. He claims that he founded the Drug Enforcement Agency, and he pointed to the officers and said, I founded that group. That's part of my achievement in the country. I'm an accomplished administrator. All I need to do is to help administer Lofa. I know how to work with government. I know how to find my way. I want to come here to work with the government, whichever government it is. I'm just a man who knows how to do it. I want the opportunity to work with the government to change the development paradigm. I want you to give me the chance to do this. Jala Bato says he wants to lead you. Again, your option should be at the ballot box. Your yes or no should be at the ballot box. Yeah. I want you or I want you. June 28. Correct? Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, having listened to them with what they want to do, a brief or their briefs of what they want to do, you want to give them a big hand of applause. Please give them a hand of applause. Thank you. And DUCOR debates. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. DUCOR debates shutting down. Now we will allow for 1 minute each to give a closing remark. Mama Cyrus, 1 minute. If you lose, what will you do to keep the peace? DUCOR debates.
Very good question. Lofa remains my common denominator. Lofa remains in my heart. If I happen to lose, God forbid, I will work with my colleagues and other stakeholders to ensure Lofa remains on course as I've done for the last 15 years in Lofa.
Thank you. Mariam Mobian Fofana, if you lose, what will you do to keep the peace? And get ready to open the corridor for departure. DUCOR debates.
I am confident that I will win this race because Lofa has seen the crystal clear difference between me and my opponents. But in the eventuality where I may lose the election, God forbid, I will first congratulate the winner and commit myself to working with that person for the betterment of Lofa County. And once again, I ask everybody to make sure that the election is free, fair, and peaceful, the Lofa County way. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Jala, if you lose, what will you do to keep the peace? DUCOR debates.
I want to use this closing remark to thank and appeal to all of you who are listening on the sound of my voice that we have 2 senators in every county. Right now we have a senator from Vanjama, and that's Upper Lofa. We pray that Lower Lofa will produce a senator so that we can be equal in decision making. Nothing more, nothing less. We just want to be equal in decision making so that whoever is coming there will be there to represent a segment as well as the county put it together. That's 1. 2, I will urge you not to elect a sitting lawmaker because you will have a by-election.
No, if you lose, what will you do, please? If you lose.
What have I done? Just what I've been doing. When election comes, I come back.
All right.
Okay? So do not elect a sitting lawmaker because we'll come for by-election. And your development money will be used.
Thank you.
2, don't have 2 senators from Upper Lofa, especially from Vanjama alone.
Thank you.
It's not possible.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, please open that corridor. All right, departure, thank you. All right, today, now is departure. We would like to see the departure of Councillor Joseph Fatou Jala. May you leave the horse, sir. Joseph Fatou Jala. Excuse me, sir. May we see the departure of Cyrus Momo Cyrus. And now the departure of Mariam Fofana. Thank you. And from Foya today, on behalf of the rest of the team, my name is John Kelly. Goodbye. DUCOR debates. DUCOR debates.
This is an LMDI production.
DUCOR debates.
DUCOR debates.
This is an LMDI production.
DUCOR debates. DUCOR debates.
This is an LMDI production.